What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, but I took a little break. I just have been so busy lately trying to just navigate life and figure things out for the channel. And I wanted to come back with something that I thought was really interesting. And it's something I've been trying to research over the years and narrow down and get it accurate so I don't sound like a complete moron, because I don't see many videos like these and I love doing this type of stuff. But it was an important game that I wanted to talk about, so I figured what better time than now, come out with the video, give you guys some content, and talk about one of my favorite games of all time, and that's Super Mario World. This is my first interaction right here with seeing Super Mario World. I had never seen it up to this point, right? Having this issue of Nintendo Power, which was volume 28, was just unbelievable because it showed everything about Super Mario World that was going to be in the game. And if you flip in through here, there's a huge story about Super Mario World. The levels, the power-ups, just everything about this game. And it's hard to put into words how influential this game was. It's one of those games that still holds up, and it's commonly known as most people's favorite Super Mario game. In my opinion, nothing comes close to this when it comes to Mario games. This is the GOAT. Imagine being in 1991, coming off the heels of Mario 3, thinking it couldn't get any better, right? And then you start hearing whispers of the Super Nintendo, and then this banger drops in August, and this comes out at launch, and it's packed in with the system. Just an unbelievable time to be alive. The awesome areas in this game: Yoshi's Island, Donut Plains, Vanilla Dome, Twin Bridges, Forest of Illusion, Chocolate Island, Valley of Bowser, and then even shows the Secret Zone, Star World, which was just insane, right? So much information inside this magazine right here for one of the best games ever to be dropped. But it got me thinking, and I've been trying to do this for years, but today I don't plan on looking at the book. I want to talk about the variants for Super Mario World CIB. Now, this has been a long time coming. I've planned on making this video for years, and I just never got around to it because I wasn't an expert, and I still don't think I am, but I think I have it down pretty much what they were supposed to come with, and that's what I want to talk about. There's many different versions of Super Mario World, so I kind of just wanted to talk about them for you guys. If you're trying to complete your copy of Super Mario World, this might be able to help you. So without any further ado, let's get into it. A lot of people remember getting their Super Nintendo and it coming packed in with Super Mario World. And this is the cartridge that would come packed in right here, with the locking tab on it, Super Mario World in one text across the top, and then on the top label here, the same thing, Super Mario World, right in the middle, pretty much. So if you're looking to complete your Super Nintendo copy of Mario World, you're going to need SNS MW-USA. I don't know if you can see that. It has the text Super Mario World in one line across the top. And if you see here, Super Mario World is almost exactly in the middle here. And the manual is no different. The manual will match the cart. See how it's just one line, Super Mario World? And it even has the same code for it, SNS-MW-USA. That's a pretty easy one to do because there's no box included, there's no inserts. But now let's talk about the boxed inserts for Super Mario World. So before I talk about them all, I just want to give a disclaimer. This is what I've came up with. I've did tons of research on this, and I think I have the right inserts here. And there's always debates among this game because there was like 4 major releases, including the Canadian variant. But I think I've pretty much narrowed them down, and I think they're correct. When I talk about each one, I'll tell you about some things that I've ran into over the years that may cause issues. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with the first print, Super Mario World. This is a game that came out in 1992. A lot of people think it came out in 91. It wasn't released until 1992. And for a first print box, there's going to be 6 things to look for. So if you look at the box here for the first print, you're going to see that Super Mario World is on 2 different lines. And that's a common theme in all the boxed versions of this game. The only ones that were on one line were all the pack-ins. So if you see this game with this box or the manual or whatever, you'll know that this is the incorrect cartridge or manual for this box. Some people put these together and try to sell them as complete on eBay. You just want to keep an eye on that. So with the first print, you're going to want to see down here and look for the 4-line warranty. If you see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different lines inside there. That's how you know it's a first print box, if it's legit. That's the first thing you're going to look for. So when you open it up here, your inside flap is going to say S&S MW USA. That's your first thing. When you open it, you're going to have all your inserts in your manual here also. And the manual is going to say S&S MW USA-2. This is the correct manual for this game. You're going to have your cartridge. Your cartridge is going to read S&S MW USA-1. That's what you want to have. That's the correct cartridge for this one, because the pack-in has the MW, not the -1. So that's how you know it's the right cartridge. After that, you're going to have your Nintendo Power insert. You're going to want to look for PMG USA-1. For your poster, you're going to want to have GP-SNS USA-1. And for your consumer information, SNS USA/CAN, which means Canada, -1. Now, I'll put all these up on the screen towards the end of the video, or I can just put it in right now if you want to see and just get a quick reference guide to what you need for the boxed versions. Because people have different versions of this game. Some people have second prints, some people have million sellers, etc., etc. That's going to be your first print. Now let's take a look at the second print. Your second print box is going to look identical to your first print Super Mario World, with the 2 text logo here, and everything's pretty much the same until you get to the back. Now if you look on the back here, we'll compare it to the original Super Mario World. And you can see here that they have smaller text here compared to the first print. And that's a dead giveaway that this is a second print. It has the same pictures as the first print, but just very subtle differences that differentiate this one from the first print. So let's check out the insides. So as soon as you open it up, you're going to want to see your flaps here. Your second print is going to say SNS-MW-USA-1. That's how you know you got a Super Mario World second print box. The next thing is going to be your cartridge. It's going to exactly match your side flaps on your box, which is the same thing here. After that, you're going to have the poster. This is the same poster as the original first print, but I've seen a sealed copy of a second print box opened with GP-SNS USA-1. But I've also seen -2 poster. So take that what you will. It could be either one, but I've seen more with -1s than I have -2s. If it's a -2, I have plenty of those that I can swap it out with. But the majority of the ones I've done the research on and seen are the -1. After that, you're going to have the same PMG USA-1 Nintendo Power insert and the same USA Canadian consumer information. Now the manual will be a little bit different. The manual is going to be a USA-3 manual. And that's very important because this is the one that goes with the second print box. These are all 100% complete to my knowledge. So I'm just trying to help people out there who, want to complete their copies, because this game is very expensive and you don't want to get caught slipping buying something where on eBay or something where you're going to have to end up spending more money for the right inserts, right? So that's going to be your second print Super Mario World. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to add. This version of the game is not going to have a locking slot. This is the difference in that also. The first print has the locking slot. They changed that for the second print of this game. So when you go to look, make sure your cartridge has the non-locking slot. So you want to make sure you get the right one. Lastly, we'll take a look at the Super Mario World third print, which is the million seller player's choice. Now, these were all games that sold, I guess, 1 million units. So they re-released them and they have this gold little emblem right here in gold at the top. So the first thing you're going to want to look for when you open this is obviously the million seller box. And on your flaps, you're going to see SNS MW USA-2. And when you open this up, your cartridge here is going to say the exact same thing. Made in Japan, with the same exact logo as the front cover here, which matches perfectly. This one doesn't have the locking slot either. So always keep that aware when you're looking to complete these. Because when you get on eBay, man, I've seen some wild stuff. I've seen regular cartridges with the million seller box. I mean, I've seen some crazy things. The next thing you're going to want to look for is the consumer information. And that's going to be SNS-USA/CAN-3. That's going to be the consumer information for it. Here's the Nintendo Power insert for this. This one's a little bit different also. And you're going to need the GP SNS-USA-3 with the special offer on the back for the player's guides for Donkey Kong Country 3, Yoshi's Island, and Killer Instinct. Pretty sweet. And then you got the manual. The manual is a SNS MW-USA-4. Mine's got a fold in it. I need to upgrade this manual, but for the time being, this will work. And this version did not come with the poster. So that's one less thing you need. Plus, if you're looking to do this the right way, you're going to need the right cartridge holder here, and this is what you need. Mine's kind of damaged right here, but this is a top-loading one that they called them. They usually have them in the center, but this one is where you loaded it into the top. So that's the information for the million seller. And this one's really hard to find. You'd be surprised at how hard a million seller box is to find in good shape, etc. Because like for some reason, you know, people moved on by the time this came out, right? This was a 1994 release. So people were still playing the Super NES, but they had a ton of different things to play. And if you hadn't played Mario World by now, you weren't going to play it. But still, they released this as a million seller. And I thought that was pretty cool that they made another box for it. So, trying to get this in here. It's always a pain, right? To try to get this stuff back in here without damaging anything. This still has the original wrap on it, which is wild. It's just slid open here with the little hang tab on the back. And on the back, it's a little different too. You got some more information down here, plus the limited warranty that they added. So there you go, guys. That's the three major variants for Super Mario World CIB. And I know there's a Canadian one that I'd like to get, which has another thing of text right here that's in the same color, and it's like another box right here. I don't have that one, but I would like to get it. But I'll stack these up real quick, and then at the end of the video, I'll just put a little thing on screen showing all the differences. But you can see here how it's a little bit different on the side. Same thing there, except for the million seller. You got the same thing here, except for the million seller. And then on the right, the same thing. Now be careful when you're trying to buy a box for this game. There's a lot of fakes out there, and you can be fooled very easily. A lot of people change these, so you won't notice that there's a different thing with Mario. I'll give you an example really fast. If you look here on my fake Super Mario World box, you can see that it's in a different direction. That's a dead giveaway. And then on this right here, you can see that the top box has something different also. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. I know this is a kind of a wonky video, so at the end I'll just put some text up on the screen of if you're just looking for the inserts and don't want to hear me talk. This is an important game to me. It's a very influential game, and it's one of my favorite of all time. So I wanted to get these for the collection. I'm just a huge fan of this game, and I think it's the best Mario game ever made. So if you guys remember it, leave comments down below. It's good to be back. Hopefully you guys watch the video and enjoy it. All right, y'all, till next time, peace out.